Hi guys, Iron Cameraman here. Have you ever thought about what Speaker Titan and G-Man have in common? I never really considered it before, but one day the idea hit me, and I realized something interesting. G-Man was once under the control of the Astro Toilets, while Speaker Titan was a puppet of the Skibidi Toilets for some time. They also both have a friend who's currently under enemy control. G-Man has Juggernaut, and Speaker Titan has TV Man Titan. And that's not even everything I've noticed. But for now, this is enough for our analysis. We'll get back to them later. But for now, let's switch gears and talk about the secret agent. We first saw him in episode 45. Just for a couple of seconds, he flashed before our eyes, spotted in the window of some random little house, and then vanished from sight. The most surprising thing? While all the agents on the battlefield were closely watching the first showdown between TV Man Titan and the infected Speaker Titan, this mysterious character showed zero interest in their fight, almost like he was busy with something way more important and already knew how it would end. From the very beginning, the fandom knew this character was going to play a big role in the story. And as you might have guessed, the secret agent is the main focus of this video. Not Speaker or G-Toilet, even though they're still crucial to the bigger picture. If you think this is just going to be a list of obvious facts, you're totally wrong. I've been working on this investigation for 4 whole months. I kept delaying its release, waiting for the full version of Season 25 to drop, and now the time has finally come. In this investigation, I analyzed every single appearance of the secret agent, his assistants, his technology, and his motives. I tried to uncover one of the biggest mysteries of the series surrounding this character. So I highly recommend watching till the end. And if you enjoy it, don't forget to drop a like on this video. If we hit 15,000 likes, then in the final third part of our animated collab with NoCap, we'll reveal what actually happens to G-Man. By the way, huge thanks to everyone for your support and feedback on the first 2 parts. It's incredibly motivating for us to keep going. Anyway, here we go. The second appearance of the secret agent didn't take long. It happened in episode 47. Back then, after Titan TV Man's successful escape, an enraged G-Man attacked our cameraman with his lasers. As a result, Lucky Cameraman, from whose perspective we were watching the events, was seriously injured and fell from a great height. However, at the very end of the episode, the secret agent himself approached him. What for? I'll explain that a bit later. In this episode, we also got a close-up look at him for the first time and finally confirmed that the secret agent is a character from Boom. This moment split the Skibidi Toilet fanbase into 2 camps. Some believed he was an ally of the Alliance, thinking he had come to save Lucky Cameraman. Others, on the contrary, were wary. The very fact that he could stand in the middle of the Titan battlefield without being harmed by G-Man made them suspect he had ulterior motives. After that, the secret agent appeared in the series only rarely, staying a mysterious observer in the background. Interestingly, every time he made eye contact with an operator, he immediately disappeared from sight. It's also worth noting that his appearances in such scenes were accompanied by a mysterious green glow. In the additional scenes of Season 22, for the first time in a long while, we saw him directly interact with a regular operator. That's when it was revealed that Lucky Cameraman received his remote from Boom. Thanks to this, Plunger Man and Dark Speaker Man were able to reach the Skibidi scientist and prevent him from escaping. This same scene also showed the first instance of a transmission error. Transmission error, recording error. In the Alpha Hills arc, we gradually learn more about the secret agent and his team. It turns out he sent a strike team of 3 special agents, Lucky Cameraman and 2 twins. The first of them had 2 useful gadgets, a master key and a tablet with access to all cameras in Alpha Hills. Moving on to Season 23. In the beginning, we see the strike team making good progress, but Plunger spots a Skibidi loader and decides to investigate the conveyor despite the risks. However, 2 things in this scene raised my suspicions. First, Lucky Cameraman tried to stop him. Second, while observing the conveyor, there was another transmission error, recording error. Later, we'll find out that this type of error only occurs when cameramen interact with the secret agent's side. What's even more concerning is the faint green glow in the distance, something that's always linked to Boom. When I first watched episode 68, I had the feeling that this conveyor belt was hiding something bigger than just a stream of Skibidi toilets. Lucky Cameraman likely knew that if Plunger continued his investigation, it would attract enemy attention, endangering not just the team, but also the secret agent's plan to eliminate the Skibidi scientist. But then, why would the secret agent interfere and cut Plunger Man's data transmission? A recording error clearly wouldn't have saved the squad, and that mysterious glow was unlikely to be a coincidence. Episode 68 sets off a complex chain of events surrounding the conveyor. The main question is, who activated the alarm causing the Skibidi toilets to discover the strike team, and why? Here's my theory. The secret agent didn't want the squad to continue their scouting in Alpha Hills because it would jeopardize his plan to eliminate the Skibidi scientist. Lucky Cameraman tried to stop Plunger but failed, so the secret agent gave the order to his men, the two Cameraman twins. One of them, disguised, secretly activated the alarm to scare Plunger Man away, and then Lucky Cameraman shut the door. This explains both Plunger's recording error and the eerie green glow. Why did the secret agent take such a risk? He could have just locked the conveyor door and avoided any losses, but things are way more interesting than that. After the alarm goes off, the giant Skibidi Kleiner attacks the squad. But did he actually react to the alarm? Probably not. Most likely this monster had been tracking the team from the start, making sure they never reached the Skibidi scientist. The secret agent knew this and deliberately sent his agent to trigger the alarm, forcing an encounter with Kleiner under controlled conditions. As a result, the strike team managed to escape, losing only the big Cameraman. So by taking a calculated risk, the secret agent managed to minimize losses and keep the balance in his complex game. Now, let's talk about an interesting theory about Boom's energy, which might actually be some kind of virus. But let's go step by step. After the final elimination of the Skibidi scientist, Plunger starts seeing Lucky Cameraman and then the twins, as if they're sending him into his subconscious. In this state, the secret agent appears before him and begins his monologue. He warns Plunger about an upcoming threat, the Astro Toilets, and tells him that his mission has been fully completed. This raises an important question. What exactly happened to Plunger Man? Was this just a vision, or was it Boom's influence? There's a chance that the green energy is actually a parasite-like virus, allowing Boom to affect the minds of cameramen, temporarily pulling them into an illusion. And if that's true, then Boom's influence isn't just limited to technology, it extends to the very minds of his victims. Of course, there's also the possibility that this was just a consciousness transfer into another body, but I've already covered that theory in another video. So it turns out that Boom isn't just an observer, he's an active manipulator, playing a game that might be way more complex than it seems at first glance. After finishing his monologue, Plunger snaps back to reality, but suddenly, green sparks start flickering around him. A critical damage message flashes on his camera, and eventually, his system shuts down. We also witness Plunger's death from Camerawoman's perspective. If you sync both these moments, there's a strange inconsistency. She only looks away from him for 11 seconds, but by that time, Plunger is already dying. When watching the episode from Plunger's viewpoint, between the two turns of Camerawoman, 1 minute and 15 seconds pass. But how can that be? The data transmission error lasted for 1 minute and 10 seconds. Even if we ignore the error, there's still a mismatch. There should have been an 11-second gap between the turns, but only 7 seconds pass, meaning we're missing 4 seconds. This led me to a crazy theory. What if this moment lasted longer only for Plunger? In other words, for everyone else, way less time had passed. If we take the 1 to 10 minute duration and speed it up 18 times, it would make up exactly 4 seconds. So during the data transmission error, time for Plunger was moving 18 times slower than it did for everyone else. But how could that even be possible? To help understand, think about sleep. Typically, people sleep for 7 to 8 hours, but the average dream lasts only 15 minutes. So when we're dreaming, time seems to speed up by 24 times, and we don't realize it during the sleep. The same thing happened here, except that time for Plunger slowed down by 18 times. Does this mean the secret agent can control time and space? Of course not. Most of the fandom thinks the green sparks are energy, but what if they aren't energy at all, but a computer virus? In an extra scene from the 25th season, there was an unsuccessful attempt to restore Plunger, but all the equipment was corrupted by that mysterious green glow, almost as if the glow itself was preventing his restoration. And overall, it's clear that Plunger burned out. Let's not forget, the burning started because of the green sparks. So, my conclusion is that the green sparks aren't energy, they're a virus. But then, why have we seen cameramen with green energy if it's a virus, not energy? It's simple. The virus doesn't destroy the host. It takes control of its energy, granting the virus's master full access to the technology. This concept is the basis of the secret agent's master key. When activated, it hacks into any technology, whether it's a door, teleportation smoke, or even a Titan core. After that, the technology is immediately connected to the secret agent's computer, where he issues a specific command to trigger the desired action: destruction, temporary shutdown, camouflage, transformation, and so on. And if needed, the secret agent can slow down the perception of time for the infected agent, as he did when he needed to converse with Plunger. To support this theory, let me mention the last extra scene from the same 25th season. The mysterious secret woman approaches our operator and plugs in a device. After that, the entire city, which had been under attack from Astro toilets, transforms into a paradise-like garden, resembling the Windows XP wallpaper. After that, a message appears on our operator's camera saying, "Welcome to the family," as if some kind of virus has been introduced into our system. By the way, the same thing happened in episode 47, when the secret agent approached Lucky Cameraman, whom we were watching the episode from, and plugged that very chip into our operator, updating his system. Now, here's the interesting part. To gain control over a mechanism, it needs to be infected with a virus, which means Plunger must have been infected as well. But we never saw any special agent approach Plunger or Lucky use his remote on him. So how could Plunger have been infected? It's actually much simpler than it seems. When Plunger was looking at the twins, they were emitting a green glow right at him, transmitting the virus. This technology is similar to the hypnosis used by TV men. But while they controlled beings with light, the secret agent controls them with a virus. In the thumbnail, I showed G-Man because he's the key to unlocking the secrets of the secret agent. Lately, he's been using his technology more than anyone else. And as I mentioned, Speaker Man Titan got that energy during his battle with G-Toilet in episode 73. Admit it, it'd be awesome to see them together again, this time on the right side of the conflict. If you want to learn more about Boom's energy and the spheres with green particles, I highly recommend checking out this or this video. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Iron is out.